All right, boys and girls, so this week we have been talking about animal adaptations. And I'm hoping that you got to see a lot of interesting animal adaptations during your virtual field trip. Today, we are going to be reading a book that covers animal adaptations. Now, I'm only going to review a few animal adaptations, some that we might be familiar with, some that we might not be familiar with. If you see an animal that I skipped and you would like to learn more about, this book is on Epic. What are Camouflage and Mimicry by Bobby Kalman and John Crossingham. And just scrolling up a little bit, this is going to be the cover art of the book. And just to read a little bit of the main idea of what we're going to be talking about. In the animal world, the easiest way to avoid being eaten is to avoid being seen. What are camouflage and mimicry? Everybody hide! In order to survive, many animals use camouflage to find food or hide from their natural enemies. Camouflage is a color or pattern on an animal's body that allows it to blend with a certain background. When an animal using camouflage is not moving, it is difficult for other animals to see it. For hunters and hunted, an animal that hunts other animals is called a predator, and the animals that a predator hunts are called prey. Many animals use camouflage so predators will not see or eat them. Predators also use camouflage to sneak up on their prey. Copycats. Some animals take camouflage one step further. These animals do more than just blend into the background. They look like something they are not. This ability to copy is called mimicry. Animals that use mimicry protect themselves by looking like a rock, plant, or even bird droppings. So now we've already learned multiple definitions that are in the bold. So we have camouflage, we have predator, prey, and mimicry. And at first glance, boys and girls, I didn't even see this deer. That's how well it is camouflaging. Many shades. The type of camouflage an animal uses depends on the environment in which it is hiding. Many animals stay unseen by having a single body color. Some have several colors with patterns and markings. Other animals are able to change their color to blend with their surroundings. So if I keep reading these 2 pages on the nonfiction text, I can read about singletone, C-spot hide, shade shifters, and brilliant disguise. And remember, you can always go back on Epic and you read this book independently. So then we have part of scenery. Many animals use a single color to blend in with their environment. Green or brown snakes are well hidden in trees and on the forest floor. Brown bears are camouflaged against tree trunks. Frogs are the same color as water plants. Rainforest reptiles, such as the anole lizard shown above, are often green to blend in with the leaves of plants. Grassland and prairie animals are shades of brown like the tan grasses of their home. Both prey animals, such as prairie dogs, and predators, such as mighty lions, have brown coloring. And then moving on here, we have winter wonderland. In areas with a lot of snow year-round, many animals are completely white. Arctic foxes, polar bears, and snowy owls all have a white coat. Some animals that live in areas with cold winters and warm summers have coats that change with the seasons. In summer, the Arctic hare and the ptarmigan are brownish gray. Once the snow arrives, however, their fur or feathers change to pure white. Stay away! If so many animals survive by using dull colors to hide, why do brightly colored animals exist? Usually, animals with bright markings are trying to warn their enemies that they are dangerous. Many of these animals are poisonous or have bad tasting flesh. Their bright markings warn predators. Leave me alone. I'm not good to eat. And on the left, we have monarch butterflies. They have a foul and bitter taste that most predators do not like. Their striking wings warn their enemies that they are in for a bitter experience. And we have read about monarch butterflies. Who stole my clothes? Not all animals that use mimicry resemble plants or rocks. Some look like other animals. They use mimicry to imitate other poisonous or dangerous animals. There are insects that pretend they are scorpions, harmless snakes that look like poisonous ones, and flies that appear to be bees. Although these animals are not poisonous themselves, predators leave them alone. So let's look at this picture right here. Do you think this little insect is a wasp? Well, guess again. The syrphid fly's bright yellow stripes look just like those found on a wasp, but this insect has no stinger. Fooled you. This butterfly is called a viceroy. Do you remember the foul-tasting monarch butterfly on page 22? Although this viceroy tastes good, predators also leave it alone because it looks just like a monarch butterfly. Then down here, this frog's brightly spotted skin seems to warn enemies that it is poisonous. In fact, this frog is quite harmless to predators. Now, boys and girls, we went over camouflage and mimicry today, and I want you to think about everything that you've learned so far in your lesson, because you're about to show what you know with a Kahoot. And once again, boys and girls, this book is on Epic for you to read, and there are also other adaptation books on Epic. Good job, and I'll see you on the next one.